When you walk along the River Tay towards the North Inch, passing Smeaton's Bridge, A-listed and completed in 1771, and known locally as the Auld Brig, surviving many floods over the years, it's hard to imagine, as you enter the peace and tranquillity of the North Inch, the bloody battle that took place in 1396 between the clans Chattan and Kay. The story goes that the two clans had become notorious for their bitter feuds and ferocious hostility towards each other, which could be neither decided by equity nor reconciled by friends. Robert III was so fed up that he sent the Earls of Crawford and Moray with a considerable force to sort them out. Afraid the clans would unite and slaughter their army, they proposed that each clan send 30 men to battle it out, armed only with swords. The clans agreed, and the North Inch was the venue. Robert III was himself in attendance, and there were barriers on 3 sides of the battlefield with the river on the 4th. A great crowd turned up to watch. One of the Chattans went missing, and so the fight was postponed until he could be replaced. A volunteer in the shape of local tradesman Henry Wynd agreed to take his place for half a French dollar of gold. The North Inch has seen its fair share of military activity, and alongside cyclists, dog walkers, cricket, golf and rugby, you can find some reminders in the shape of plaques and monuments to the people of Perth and their involvement in conflict. There are memorials to the Jacobite assemblies in 1715 and 1743, the former Cameronian Regiment, staff of the Co-op who fell in both wars, and the Black Watch. But there is another memorial often missed and highlighted to me by Stephen.
So this plinth here is to commemorate the men who left Perth and fought General Franco's fascists in Spain. It's often missed when people come to look at the Black Watch little statue here, and I always like to point it out when I see people taking photos like yourself. So,
if you ever find yourself in the North Inch, look out for some of these plaques and monuments. They tell part of the history and heritage of the city of Perth, and they're a reminder of those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for a cause they believed in. It's well worth the effort to try and find them. And so to the battle, to be fought to the death. You can imagine the tension building as the ferocious clansmen marched into the arena, swords at the ready. When the trumpet sounded to start the battle, they attacked each other with great fury. The horror of the spectators was increased as they saw the extent of the unsightly wounds, gashes, torn limbs, and heard the savage yells of triumph and revenge as men fell on either side. Henry Wynd distinguished himself, surviving with 10 of the Chattans, while only 1 Kay was left. Noting the odds were too great, he rather sensibly forced himself through the spectators into the Tay and swam to safety on the other side of the river, his opponents unable to chase him on account of their injuries. The victors were suitably rewarded, and the vanquished received free pardons for their misdeeds.